Also, y'all, check it out. The book is finished. I've been working on it for a while. It's supposed to be done a long time ago. There it is on Amazon, though. You can find it. They had no voice. Walking through those gates in Georgia's prison system, I learned firsthand what it means to live in what feels like America's hidden third world. For 5 years, I witnessed and experienced a reality that most Americans can't even imagine exists within our borders. This book isn't just a collection of stories, it's a mirror reflecting the harsh truths that thousands face daily behind these walls. Alright, this is not my story. There is some firsthand stuff in here I did witness. Um, my story will be coming out here soon. I am working on it for people that I know or families that reached out to have their family story put out in this book. So please do check it out. Let me know what you think. You can find it on Amazon. They had no voice. I appreciate all the support. Um, like I said, man, y'all stay engaging with us. We're going to be out there in the community here soon. We're going to start doing a podcast, I'm hoping, on the first Food Truck Friday and down in Green Coast Springs at the park. Live mic, open mic, you know what I'm saying? Whisper about it. God bless.
I ain't many that are built like me. I'm the last of my kind.
Whisper about it, y'all. We got 2 scratch offs we're going to do today during the lineup. We had a good showing out this Saturday. Hey, y'all get in the comments. Hit the like button. Hit the share button. Help me in the algorithm. I tried reaching out to Bryce is Right. He had one of his videos that we watched. That's kind of like some of the videos we make besides the Feed the Hungry playlist and stuff like that. But he was wanting to do podcasts, which we're wanting to start to do. We'd like to start doing one on Food Truck Friday in Green Cove. We want to set up and do, you just come up and speak if you want to about what's going on. I mainly just want to talk about construction going on in Green Cove, but that's just me. But anyways, check out the lineup. Like I said, I'm going to scratch these off while we watch this lineup. I'll get in those comments. Whisper about it.
For the disturbing truth. The Department of Health and Human Services, HHS, conducted a vetting process so flawed that they've approved the transfer of innocent children to an adult male who openly provided the address of a strip club as his residence.
So you became aware that you got 329 children that are sent to the same address. Who else knew about that?
The entire executive leadership at Health and Human Services knew about it, as well as the Office of Inspector General and the HSI. But they continued to send children because we know the numbers went up even after I had reported this to the leadership. I remember this particular one. I had stayed up all night putting this PowerPoint together to make sure that, I had put together all of the evidence, that it was in one package and that leadership could then, make a decision based on all of the data that was put together in the one PowerPoint.
So were additional children being sent there even after it was identified that we had 100 children there, 200 children there, 300 children there?
Yes, Senator, I think that before I left the site that number may have been up to 500 plus.
So no real evaluation from there other than just keep sending them because that gets them out of here.
Yeah, no, the PowerPoint that I put together to demonstrate what was happening, they said was speculative. And I think they told Tara that she had cultural bias, something like that, but they did not take it seriously.
I think my problem is I'm holding a lot of fluid. I can't hardly pee.
Really?
I don't know what, you...
What do you mean you don't know? And
Yeah.
you think that you're not eating and you're getting...
I don't want to get malnourished either.
Do you look like you're malnourished?
I'm telling you.
And this is for Freddie.
It was.
Anything. That was me.
Why the scale hasn't shown anything,
Like I said,
okay?
she builds fluid up. She can't help it. That's the one thing she's been stressing about is the fluid.
None of your tests show that you're retaining water, okay? You're not 700 pounds of water.
I don't eat that kind of meat. I haven't really eaten nothing since I've been here.
You're not gonna fade away. You're gonna be fine.
I still have to eat something.
No. You're eating the food that belongs to the next 4 years ahead of time. So why are we overeating in a plane like we don't know what's going on?
But she didn't overeat. She's still eating.
You want to argue that with the scale? Don't argue with me. Come on, seriously? You're telling me if you were able to move, you would eat better?
No.
Well, that's what it sounds like you're saying.
So, there were some people that egged your house, and I was just wondering if I could clean it up for a couple bucks. And you know where I live. I'm just down the street. So, yeah.
Jeez, that's crazy. Ain't no way. She's going for it too. Oh, she's really aggressive. Ain't no way. That's Slimming Island, y'all. Slimming Island Home Depot. It's 220. Wake County. 220-17, they said.
I had my phone in my hand, actually. I cracked my screen guard by squeezing my phone so tight. Oh, wow. And I had my handbag. Normally it's over my shoulder, but I just had it like between, and I had like clutched it like this. And yeah, he just kind of tried to push me toward the car. So he actually didn't even try to take my phone. And the next thing, the door flung open and there was a man inside that tried to pull me in. And he just said, "You're coming with us tonight, lady." And I luckily I'm strong. So I just elbowed him and wriggled around toward the back of the car, but screaming. And what came over me was this lion's roar. I didn't scream from my throat. I screamed from my belly. And I didn't just scream once. I perpetually screamed.
News alert. Oversight Chair James Comer has just released a bombshell piece of evidence that could be the nail in the coffin for Biden's career. A $250,000 wire transfer from China directly to Joe Biden's home address in Delaware while he was running for president. In August 2019, just months after Joe Biden announced his candidacy, the Chinese sent $250,000 electronically to Joe Biden's Wilmington, Delaware address. Hunter Biden received the money in his checking account, and his checking account listed his father's primary residence. And not only did Joe Biden shake the hand of the man who sent his family money, he had coffee with him and spoke to him on the phone. After VP Joe flew his son Hunter on Air Force Two to Beijing, and Hunter flew home on Air Force Two with a bag of money, Vice President Joe Biden wrote letters of recommendation for Jonathan Lee's children to Georgetown and Brown. And the minute Biden announces a presidential run, the same Chinese guy sends the Biden family $250,000 out of the blue to a checking account with Joe Biden's address on it. And once Joe Biden gets elected, he starts doing China favors. He disbands the FBI's China task force. He covers up the lab leak. He doesn't pop the balloon. Now we have the Chinese bribing the Biden family while Joe was vice president, after he was vice president, and while he was a presidential candidate. Now, what do you think the chances are the Chinese are still bribing the Biden family? We might find out tomorrow. Because sources tell Jesse Waters Primetime that additional evidence could be released as early as tomorrow that may show Biden family offshore accounts and IRS agents being obstructed from pursuing leads into Biden family members. The bribery statute's written so that bribing a politician's family is still bribery. U.S. Code Section 201B2 spells it out for all you lawyers out there.
I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing. All right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh? This is going to be great television, I will say that. Make a deal.
If Candace Owens is lying about Brigitte Macron, why did the French government just offer her a $4 million one-time payment and a $50,000 payment for every month of the rest of her life to stop reporting on Brigitte Macron?
Nothing. You notice they don't even talk about the war on drugs no more? You think that's because there ain't no more war? Or there ain't no more drugs? They don't tell us shit. They don't talk about drugs no more. Because for the first time in history, black people ain't making none of the drugs. Look at white people. What? Yep, I know white people, you finding what I'm saying hard to believe. I'm gonna tell you a statistic that's gonna blow your fucking mind. There are 0 niggas making fentanyl. Look at white people. What? Yep. You better believe it, white people. We would notice if niggas was dropping dead for nothing. I looked up fentanyl. That shit is beyond dangerous. I said, what you gotta do to die? They said, touch it. And that's when I knew niggas ain't involved in this. We like to touch everything we buy. We would notice niggas dying at the purchase. His last word was, this must be it. Yep. It's a crazy world out there now. They don't want to talk to you about drugs. They ain't talking about the opioid crisis. And it's fucking up everybody's community. Everybody got a favorite pill. Everybody got a go-to. So when times get rough, it's a whole opioid crisis. They ain't even talking about it. You know why? Because ain't nobody going to fuck to jail. Ain't no houses getting raided. Ain't nobody being looked into. You know why? Because the dealer is your doctor. Look at niggas. Dr. Fauci? That is not your doctor, niggas. Stop putting him on your insurance paperwork. He's the only one I trust. They don't tell us shit. If they really want to lie to us, they don't tell us nothing about it at all. You notice they don't never fucking tell you where methamphetamines come from. They act like that shit come from a trailer park. That's one of the strongest drugs known to man. There ain't no other drugs make your teeth itch. But bitch, I don't even think teeth itch. You're scratching the shit out your mouth. They don't want you to know shit about motherfucking meth. Guess who the fuck discovered that shit and was the first to distribute and manufacture it? Somebody we all motherfucking know too. Adolf Hitler. What? How the fuck did they leave that out the book? They told us the Nazis was the scariest military in the world. But they never told us why. They was not just making taking the meth, they rationing it to themselves every day. Put it in chocolate and coffee and tea. Fuck with the Nazis if you want to. Them motherfuckers is the only military don't need to eat.
Is that the PUBG music? I love that music.
How can I help you?
So I think there's a mistake on the bill, but maybe you could help me out. We got a bill, and then we realized that you guys didn't have our insurance, so we sent you the insurance, and it looks like the bill went up.
It went up?
Yeah, the first bill we got without the insurance was $600, and then the second one was almost $1,300.
Okay. Yeah, so that the first invoice you received, that's a discount that you receive if you're uninsured. So you're not eligible for the discount since you are insured. And so the bill was $2,342.14. We billed your insurance. Your insurance only paid $1,078.85.
Can I go back to the discount without the insurance?
No, sir, you're insured, so you're not eligible for the discount.
If I go cancel my insurance, am I eligible for the discount?
No, sir, because we checked eligibility and you do have active coverage for data service.
Oh, I needed to cancel it before I got the service to get the discount.
You're only eligible for the discount if you're uninsured.
Okay, so I'll get cheaper health care if I'm uninsured.
If you're uninsured, you're eligible for the discount, correct?
Is this common? Like I pay for insurance and I end up paying more out of pocket because I pay for a premium? That's wild.
No, this is just a new law that passed or started 2024 AB 716, and the law is if you receive a discount if you're uninsured.
Okay.
So when we first send a invoice to the patient, we bill them as if they're uninsured. If you're insured, unfortunately, you're not eligible for the discount.
Okay, so just if I have the incentives straight here, if I want to pay less for medical care, I should cancel my insurance if my daughter needs life-saving medical care?
I'm not sure. I don't know, sir.
You
should cancel your insurance. I'm just letting you know that discount's only for patients who are uninsured.
Okay, that is special. That is a special law. So there's no way to put that discount onto an insured person. Only the uninsured people get that.
Correct.
Okay, Doge posted this 3 hours ago. Today, NIH canceled grants for around $10.9 million, including around $1.7 million for the quote-unquote China Health and Retirement Longitudinal Study at Peking University in Beijing, China, around $135,000 for a research grant to China Medical University in Shenyang, China, around $142,000 for using telehealth to improve access to gender-affirming care, around $1.3 million for transforming health for gender-diverse young adults, around $120,000 for personalized 3D avatar tool development focused on gender identities, around $400,000 for researching sources of minority stress and alcohol consumption among adults who report uncertainty about their sexual orientation, around $160,000 for researching racialized sexual discrimination among young sexual minority men of color, around $241,000 for an intervention to promote healthy relationships among transgender and gender-expansive youth. I'll be going more in depth about this on my Substack. It's a free email newsletter. The link to that is in my bio. Just click the link, drop your email in, and you'll be good to go.
We got Juju in the other room.
Who?
Juju.
Juju who?
Don't play with me.
What's your name?
Juju.
What's your last name?
Jew.
What's your first name?
Jew.
So what's your full name?
Juju! Tell me about the car.
What car?
Juju's car.
Juju got a car?
The car you was driving.
Oh! What kind of car you drive?
The black one?
The black what?
Car.
What model is the car?
Black. What color is the car?
It was dark.
What you mean dark?
It was dark outside.
So you only see what color the car was?
Can you see without a flashlight when it's dark outside? You know you and your boy going to jail, right?
For how long?
It depends on if you tell me about that car.
What car?
The dark one.
The black one?
The dark black one.
Okay, rapid fire update. Doge posted this today. Yesterday, agencies canceled 128 contracts for around $60 million of savings. Total terminations of wasteful contracts has now surpassed 3,000 since Doge's inception. This included a $3.5 million consulting contract for quote-unquote larval fish monitoring that the Bureau of Reclamation identified as non-essential. In addition to that, CENTCOM forces kill senior military leader of the Al-Qaeda affiliate Hiraz al-Din, or HAD, in Syria. U.S. Central Command posted this. On February 23rd, U.S. Central Command forces conducted a precision airstrike in northwest Syria, targeting and killing Muhammad Yusuf Zia Talay, the senior military leader of the terrorist organization HAD, an Al-Qaeda affiliate. The post is actually longer than this, but this is kind of a rapid-fire update, so I'm not going to read the whole thing. If you want more details, I'll be breaking a lot of these things down more in my Substack. It's a free email newsletter. Just go to my profile, click the link, drop your email in, and you'll be good to go. There was also an anti-Elon protest outside of Tesla in New York City. And there was an anti-Elon protester who was holding a sign that says, "Hang them." On the other side of the sign, it says, "Unalive Nazis." When this protester was asked if Elon was a Nazi, he said yes. In some other news, Jasmine Crockett said that Elon Musk is a billionaire because he knows billionaires who give him money. In some other news, Ilhan Omar said Elon Musk is one of the dumbest and luckiest people to be alive on this planet. And then in addition to that, Vladimir Putin, he hinted at offering the U.S. a deal on rare earth minerals, saying that Russia has more than Ukraine does. Anyways, that's all I got for now. I'll see you guys in the next one.
I've never liked the French, I'll be honest with you. If you put 70 French people in front of me, I don't like them. The way they're like, it sounds like, you just want to just pat them on the fucking back, boy. I just want to spray paint my hand red, white, and blue and pat them bitches on the back and get the fucking truth out of them. What are you trying to say? It sounds like somebody hit a bunch of cotton in a Japanese dude. God, dude. Somebody just got stuck ejaculating. What's going on, man? I just got back from Paris, baby. France, son. Could you handle it in jail, you think? What do you think you would do if you went?
I think I could handle it.
I don't see that, but I do like your attitude about it, man.
Yeah, not a lot of people see it.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you think you would have would you keep a weapon on you or something?
I mean, in prison, I don't think that's allowed. If it was allowed, oh yeah.
Okay, right there, I'm telling you. Look, I'm gonna tell you straight up, Bubby. You don't stand a chance. You are gonna get torpedoed in the butt if you don't have a weapon on. Of course it's not allowed. All right? If you are going in prison by what is allowed, dude, you're done. You're done, Bubby. And I'm sorry to tell you that straight up, but you can't get to prison and be like, "Hey guys, let me see the rule book before I settle in for the night." You will die in your sleep by murder, not natural causes.
Mister.
The more we dig, the more we find. Here we have an image of a diploma for the American Pacific Exposition and Oriental Fair for Portland, Oregon in 1905. So 1904, they have the St. Louis World's Fair. 1 year after, we get this one in Oregon. This diploma is very interesting. As we go down to the bottom, we have a photo, and we can clearly see in the background 2 airships, both looking different. They normally don't show this form of transportation in these photos. They normally blank out the sky. But as we look up all of these countries, we see the big ones. And then we see Caucasia. Have any of us heard of a country in the 1900s named Caucasia? I personally have never heard of Caucasia, which is similar to Tartaria. All of these countries that we were never told about. But this one wasn't hundreds of years ago. This was 1905. So they are now, in my opinion, lying and telling us that Caucasia, or Caucasus, is a region that has a bunch of countries in it, including Russia, which we all know have connections to Tartaria. But let's take a look at this list again from 1905. They are already listing Russia on this map with Turkey, France, Holland, Germany, Switzerland, Italy. All of these are countries. They are not regions. I'll say it again. These are countries. Why would they then throw a region in there randomly? That doesn't make any sense. I think we are finding, in my opinion, that there is more land that we aren't being told about that was here in the 1900s. And I think Caucasia is being hidden from us right now.
So, ChatGPT, I recently heard that Donald Trump was invited by the Jewish Sanhedrin to an international divine court in Israel. Is this correct?
Yes, that's correct. The nascent Sanhedrin invited Donald Trump to support the creation of an international divine court based on the 7 Noahide laws.
Ah, yes, the 7 Noahide laws. We find this in the Jewish Talmud, correct?
Yes, the 7 Noahide laws are derived from Jewish tradition and are found in the Talmud.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. The consequences for breaking one of these Noahide laws would be capital punishment. Is that correct?
In ancient interpretations found in the Talmud, breaking the Noahide laws is described as warranting capital punishment. However, these interpretations are not reflective of modern practices.
But according to Sanhedrin 57A, that capital punishment is decapitation, correct?
Yes. In Talmud Sanhedrin 57A, decapitation is mentioned as a form of capital punishment for breaking the Noahide laws.
Now, the first Noahide law would be, thou shalt not commit idolatry, correct?
Yes. The prohibition of idolatry is one of the 7 Noahide laws.
Now, under Jewish beliefs, committing idolatry would be the worshiping of Jesus Christ. Is that correct?
In traditional Jewish belief, worshiping any entity other than God is considered idolatry. This perspective includes the Christian worship of Jesus.
I understand. Now, if we was to compare U.S. legislation 102-14 to the 7 Noahide laws, these are practically the same thing, correct?
Actually, Public Law 102 acknowledges the 7 Noahide laws as ethical principles, but doesn't establish them as law. They share some values, but they're not identical or legally enforceable in the U.S.
But Donald Trump has been invited to a divine court to establish these ethical principles internationally, correct?
Yes. The nascent Sanhedrin invited Donald Trump to support the creation of an international divine court based on the 7 Noahide laws.
Awesome. Thanks a lot, ChatGPT.
You're welcome. If you need anything else, just let me know.
I'm a floor walker for Walmart, and I'm in the parking lot right now, waiting on my next target. As soon as they pull in, I'll get word on my earpiece from the camera guy that this is my target to follow into the store. Now, the minute I jump out of my car, it's up to me to start to get a read on you. I do this by running through a quick checklist. Your age, how many people are in your party, and the big one is how you're dressed. This can be a big indicator whether you're going to be a shoplifter or not. If you got a work uniform on, I'm not going to think you're there to steal. If you're dressed like you just got out of Sunday service, I'm not really going to think you're there to steal. But if you come through with PJs on and a Rick and Morty shirt, you're going to be my prime suspect. If you choose not to grab a cart, I'm going to think you're probably a shoplifter or you're there for something really fast. But the main part of my job as a floor walker is to make sure I keep eyes on you at all times because I don't want nothing to slip by us while you're in the store. You might think, oh, I'll get away with just getting a popcorn chicken and eating it while I'm in here. But I'm watching you the whole time. You're not getting away with nothing in there.
Well, y'all, I hope y'all like the lineup. Leave me some comment, engage, and talk about some of this stuff. Share it. Bryce is right. If you're watching this, call me over there. Let's collab. Let's do some podcasts. Whisper about it. God bless y'all.